Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. We have got some work to do today, let me tell you. So it's going to be a long stream, so probably 2 or 3 episodes on the YouTubes. I'm excited. We're going to be trying to push all the way to physics apparatus. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but we're going to see how far we can get. Because I already have a lot of these things, and I can always add in more as we go. But I've made most of the base materials, and at this point, I think I might just be able to make 50 to 100 assemblers that make all of the buildings with beacons and stuff so that, you know, it's a lot faster and more productive. Because really, all I need now is like glass and a couple of random things like ceramic powder. Maybe I won't be able to get there, but we're going to try. So we'll start with fiberglass since that's been on the mind recently. We were trying to build this whole thing. So I think we got volcanic gas added in and barreled. And so now we want to create our volcanic gas processing. So where do we do that? I don't know if it rightly matters. We've got space down here in the bottom left. We've got space up here. Let's go above. Let's go in this region because I think that's going to have more expandability. And I definitely will need to have another concrete party at some point in this episode. Okay, so we're going this direction. We're going to need to fill in some gaps here. But let's start with 5 of these guys making boric acid. Or what's that called? Yeah, boric acid. Sweet. Okay, so connect that, connect this. Copy everything. But we do have an output, so let's get that handled. We'll go down, and so this is actually going to be like that. Okay, I think I can just copy that, and then ta-da, boric acid boxes, which is what we've got. And those need to go in a provider chest. As with everything, we'll let it fill up, because I've been letting everything fill up, which I kind of like that approach. Try to center myself. It's the never-ending journey. And then yeah, okay. So boric acid, and then we get sulfur dioxide, which needs to make sulfuric acid. We also need a set of these, unless there's another way to make sulfuric acid that I'm not remembering. We need a set to just make sulfuric, because if I have too much boric acid, I don't think there's an easy way to get rid of it. So the only way to make sulfuric is sulfur dioxide, and sulfur dioxide comes as a byproduct of a couple things, I think. But it's never sulfuric acid positive. So, except gypsum. That's the only way to get sulfur dioxide. And gypsum, well, we don't have that limestone processing yet. And that needs sulfuric acid anyway, so that's not... Well, but would that net positive? So 1 gypsum requires 20 sulfuric acid. And then that 1 gypsum would produce 6 sulfur dioxide, and 6 sulfur dioxide would not give me back 20 sulfuric acid. So it's net negative. Although with productivity, it might be slightly positive. And then 2 gypsum goes back to 1 lime. So that's actually a loop. Because then you get 1 lime back, which gets you 1 gypsum. So you basically input lime and get out a tiny bit of sulfur dioxide if you have enough productivity. But I think you'd need at least 15% on each step, because you need 8 and you only have 6, and so that would be a 33% boost in 2 steps. So yeah, we're definitely not interested in that. So all this to say, point that I was trying to make, is this recipe right here, volcanic gas to sulfur dioxide, air, and CO1, we want to do that in addition to this one. And the ratios are exactly the same. It's just that the boric acid one takes slightly longer to give the same amount of gaseous outputs, but also give you boric acid. So the boric acid is in a sense free. It costs time and electricity, but it doesn't cost any more volcanic gas. So we want to prioritize using this method, but then boric acid, I don't believe, can be voided. So because of that, we then need an additional set of, and I'll just do 5 distilleries as well. We'll set it up like this. Maybe I should leave room for beacons. We'll use big beacons. I like big beacons, and I cannot lie. I have said that many times before, and I'll say it many times again. It's just too good to resist. So anyway, this guy will be... How's it going, Message-eyed? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day. We are Nulliusing furiously. Sounds way dirtier than it is. So this one's just making regular volcanic. Wait, no, that's not the right one. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. So then this will be for when boric acid backs up, we can keep providing sulfur dioxide. Now the air is kind of pointless. I'm just going to vent that because it doesn't even really give me all that much air. So there's really no purpose to the air. But the other 2 things, there's definitely a purpose. So I forget, did I use up my carbon monoxide somewhere with unbarreling? That's an output. But those are emptying. I'm so confused. What is happening here? Unless I'm seeing this wrong, these are unbarreling compressed carbon dioxide. But then it's connected to a relief valve facing the wrong way. What has happened here? Isn't that supposed to be barreling them, not unbarreling them? Yeah, we're gonna go check that out real quick before we forget, but I'm pretty sure we screwed that up. I think we're supposed to be unbarreling. Also, do I have any green researchers left? Can I interest you in an egg in these trying times? No, we do not. No, we do not. Okay. So we screwed up this carbon dioxide thing, that's for sure. So we're gonna go fix that. Whatever's happening here is wrong. Yeah, that's definitely supposed to be filling. These are supposed to be fill compressed carbon dioxide. And these are supposed to be empty. Yeah, this is just a whole mess. Let me just double check I didn't screw something up. Did I want this to input? Yeah, I think actually I had just the valve in the wrong direction. It's like I was trying to do 2 things at once and I completely screwed it up. Because I think... I have no idea. This is for making methane. It's like, was this supposed to be a way to provide extra carbon dioxide to the network, or a way to use my excess carbon dioxide? Oh yeah, see? We even have that set up here. only if they're above 400 do I use them. So these were supposed to be unbarreling. Facing that way, but this is not supposed to be connected with an overflow up. That's the problem. It's just connected right in. Okay. Glad we solved that, and then this only tops up. So. Okay, that problem solved. On to other problems, which was me trying to figure out, with carbon monoxide, do I have the same setup somewhere where I use it up first? And my hope would be yes, somewhere in this monoxide network. Am I unbarreling? This is barreling excess monoxide. So we already have excess barreled. But then we need to unbarrel excess if we have too many barrels. And this is to make all of the propene and benzene and all that jazz. So then we should probably... My eyes are getting really dry. Might need to take out my contacts. We should probably top up. This is kind of strange, but it works. Top up to like... No. Not top up. This should top up. Gosh, and we're already topping up. There's too many top ups. Because this gives me back monoxide, so we always want to use that first. So this network is topping up into that, which then feeds over here. And those are top ups. What is that even doing? I have no idea. Just making sure there's room in those, but room for what? Are those supposed to be overflows? Compressed carbon monoxide and hydrogen making ethylene, propane, benzene. That's making methane, ethylene, propane. These are supposed to be overflows. I thought. Like, we only run these if the other ones have enough. But maybe overflows on a low number, like 20. I'm pretty sure that's right. And that was wrong before. This is sending methane back. Top up. Because methane is first used from that. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, so back to the monoxide. We want kind of a multiple top-up situation here. So we'll move this to the right, move that over, and then we have this square. And we actually kind of need like a separate top-up. So this will top up to 60. That'll top up to 40. That way there's a little bit of a differential. And then this is going to be unbarreling of carbon monoxide. We'll do 2. Empty, compressed carbon monoxide. And this is really just to save, so we'll do 100 barrels. And these will only run if carbon monoxide barrel, compressed is greater than 1,000. This is just a way to save power, because that's really all carbon monoxide costs. But I might as well set this up. So then those will empty out if we have enough barrels, which I probably don't. Yeah, there's only 300. Because right now the only thing that's filling them up is this guy in the first place. And that'll only fill it up if we're less than, let's say, 600 even. So that'll work out. This way I just don't waste carbon monoxide. Feels too valuable to waste, but maybe it's more wasteful to just take all this time to figure it out. I have no idea. Factorio. The way things are. Alright. Back to this. So, volcanic gas goes in. We either are getting boric acid or we're not. So once these back up, we'll start using these. So when we connect the outputs, the outputs, we want to top up in this away direction. Because we always want to use the stuff from this first. So that is great. There are better ways to do that with less pipes, but visually I think that looks nice. Now one of them, which is the air, we can just get rid of that with ye old chimney. And then the carbon dioxide, which is right here, we can barrel that up. Now what's the overall rate? 109. We do need to compress it. So we grab our old trusty compressor, compress monoxide, barreling, throw that in here. Don't have any logistics this far north, but now I do. And then we want you to be fill, compressed carbon monoxide barrel, and yada yada. And this needs to be an active provider because that's a byproduct. Perfect. Okay. And we need some beacons. Start down here. And we want beacons to affect all the buildings. Okay. Easy enough. That gives me even more than I bargained for, so that should be hopefully enough boric acid. Boxed boric acid, get rid of the monoxide. Oh yeah, and then the sulfur dioxide. So, sulfur dioxide, I'm not going to handle at the exact moment of now, but I will go ahead and put that in a tank. And we'll even pipe. This needs to connect only up. I think that's gonna screw me up. Oh, and these are wrong. Those need to be vertically lined up. Okay. And then we come around, pump into the tank, and then we have an overflow. Well, actually, yeah, it's fine. We'll just do an overflow at 90. It's a little bit less than a full tank, but that's fine. That'll still store a lot. These store 250,000. So that's a lot of sulfur dioxide. And we're getting rid of it if we have to. Check, 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 check. So now I just need to hook up the volcanic gas to this. Now the nearest volcanic gas pipeline is actually up here. So I might just connect it up and around that way. Seems reasonable. And we'll just go vertically up here. Okay. We'll make this a T. And then, ta-da, volcanic gas. Should be plenty. Oh, yeah, here we are. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So sulfur dioxide, there's clearly an issue with it. Oh, this one needs to be there. Okay. Now the top, I guess they'll both run until sulfur dioxide gets a bit more full. Except this is oh crap, no, that's not gonna work. We only want, I guess we need a combination of two things. We will only ever vent sulfur dioxide if boric acid is empty and our sulfur dioxide is overflowing. Yeah, that's the combo we want to vent. So this would be if boric acid box is... Oh, and we don't want... Sorry, we don't want a condition here. We want circuit, or logistic. If boric acid box is less... If it's low, so less than 200, and we have so much sulfur dioxide that this is overflowing 90%, then we'll get rid of some. And so that way this will back up, essentially. Because once we have enough boric acid, we're not going to get rid of any sulfur dioxide. Maybe we'll make this like 500, a nice even, because don't 1,000 fit in here? Yeah. Okay, so that works. I don't know why I don't have sulfuric acid anywhere on here. Let's get that figured out. Should be pretty simple. Sulfuric acid, I'll just do it right here. It's just water, right? Water and sulfur dioxide? Oh, and oxygen. I mean, I'll do 5. That feels even like too much still, but maybe it's not. So sulfur dioxide will connect out here. And then, let's see, there's no solids, right? Yeah. Now all of this needs 169 water per second. That's a pretty small amount. Definitely a small amount of oxygen. I have oxygen being unbarreled here. That's also a small amount, so this is kind of handy. I will use this same oxygen line for my sulfuric acid, that is. Need to move this down a couple squares, and that should give me the oxygen I need. And then water is a little bit trickier to access. That's not even pure water, is it? No, that's just getting rid of wastewater. Or what is this? Saline water. That's what that is. Yeah, so we won't bother with that. We'll just do a new water. A new water build, which just consists of a couple wells and a hydro plant, which I could never find. And we'll put that there. This. Connect them up. That's plenty. I can make things more efficient. I will. Slight problem here. Let's just change that. Ta-da, and ta-da, and ta-da. This is fairly low throughput, so I'm not going to worry about trying to capture that wastewater. The amount of wastewater is going to be pretty small. Okay, so that's all hooked up. Blah, blah, blah. 233 sulfuric acid is a lot more than I'm currently needing. Plus, we can get more beacons going on that. So is that... Why is it not working? Is that it? There we go. Sulfuric acid. Okay. So sulfuric acid is a go. We need 2... we'll just do 1 barreling pump. There are beacons here. Barreling... Sulfuric, fill... Put a bot thingy... And that's it. That's all we need. So we got sulfuric acid going. Then what? Then sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid make sodium sulfate. We can do that real quick. Go nearby to here. Let's get our double beacons going. So this one's interesting. I'm gonna interweave them, which sounds weird, but it's nice and dense. And we want, what's this? Sodium sulfate box. I think we decided from sodium hydroxide, the sulfuric is the same. And this one uses salt instead of sodium hydroxide. And we get hydrochloric out, but I think that's just way more complicated. And I think the recipes show that this is actually the second tier one, is just the hydroxide. And then we get wastewater, which is easier to get rid of. And we're just gonna hook this up, because this is probably already, yeah, most of the way full. Now why aren't these running full time? Oh, the barrel supply is actually too small. Those are rookie numbers. Okay, so then we hook up wastewater. Also 5 of these. Why did I build 5 of these? Whatever. It's done. No reason to unbuild them. I'm gonna have enough sodium sulfate for the rest of the game, probably. So then we need a requester on each one. And then a little provider. So let's just do that. And then requester. We'll just request 100. I don't even care. I am making things in bulk. It's great. We have enough. We have enough. We are not short supplied. Playing as if I'm not short on anything. It's working so far. Okay, and then we need to outfall the wastewater as well. Again, I don't care too much. It is a decent amount of wastewater I'm losing, but you know what? Sometimes I can't let myself do things. This feels like enough wastewater that I should active liquid barrel it. I've got this blueprint. Why not use it? No? Let's line it up here. Why not use it? All we have to do is this. All we have to do is set you to be wastewater barrel. That's not that much work. And now, when we need wastewater barrels, we'll be happy we did that. Okay, sodium sulfate is a check mark. The amount here is 6.6. So that's good to go. And now we should be able to set up this bad boy, which uses HCl, oxygen, sodium sulfate, graphite, and crushed limestone. We have all of that. Now I think I will bring in some new oxygen for that. 2, 3. And it says I only need 1.1, so I'll make 3. Just to make sure. Got plenty. Bring some bots over here. And this is a lot. What's going on here? So we need 3 solids, 2 liquids. Oh crap. We need these to be finishing there. You're the top. You're the top. You're the top. Now, this oxygen also only needs 50 a second. I really want to connect those. Problem is the flow rate through these buildings is notoriously bad, so you shouldn't really do that. And this guy can unbarrel 50, which is only 200 a second. So I think I need to unbarrel some new oxygen up here. So we'll worry about that in a second. So as far as this is concerned, the rates are all fairly small. We should be okay. Like so. We'll just make sure each one has enough. Copy all the pipes. Okay. So then we need 2 unbarrelers. That one I'll put there. This one I need to move back. Let's see, the oxygen's there. Back 1, 2, 3, because we need to decompress the oxygen, and that's unbarreling compressed oxygen. And then this is unbarreling hydrochloric. Do 100. Goes up, easy peasy. Squeezy of the lemons. Then I need to do active barreling. I lost my Helmod. Active barreling on calcium chloride. Yep. So like this, with you being calcium chloride barrel. And then you being calcium chloride. Where even is that? This one. So that is gonna be good. Yep. And then the dioxide. Well, there's 2 types of dioxide, aren't there? Sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is in small enough amounts. I think I'm happy to just ditch it. But then the sulfur dioxide, I don't want to ditch that. We want to use that over here. Actually, so then this needs to top up. This is now complicated. So this is topping up to 40 right here. And then this is going to come over and grab the sulfur dioxide output, which just is inconveniently at the same spot as the belt. So connect that, and then we can do the corner. Is that the one? Yeah, that one. So then that'll actually get used first. Make that top up pretty low so there's room in the pipes, because there's not all that many pipes. Now the sulfur dioxide 50, let's just make sure it never will start netting sulfur dioxide, so I don't have to have. Anyway, 50 makes... What is this, 2 to 5? Is that the ratio here? So 2 to 5, so 50, double it, 100, add another 50%, 125 sulfuric acid. 125 sulfuric acid makes 2.5 boxes, and this uses 4 boxes. So I would need 4 divided by 2.5. I would need 60% productivity, which is 20% on each step, roughly. Technically, it's the cube root of this, which is not going to be 1.2, but I need 17% productivity on each step, which I don't currently have, but I actually will. So just to make sure, this will always pump in. That'll only be getting rid of it if boric acid is low, but if I have enough boric acid... so we actually need another one that will also get rid of sulfur dioxide if soda ash box is really low. Let's say 200. Okay. So I think that way we never have to, even with very high productivity, we don't have to worry about sulfur dioxide backing up or any of those. So now we've got soda ash provided. I'm just going to go 2 spaces out so I can not have to use undergrounds. And there we go. Okay, soda ash is taken care of. And that's a lot of soda ash, so I think we'll have soda ash for a while. Doing great things. Now it is time for glass. Now this is the best recipe, right? Glass box. What is... Oh, that's just glass box. Yeah, there's only one recipe for it. This is it. Foundry 2. You still need 1 billion of them. So I'm gonna do a 2. Let's place these before I get too excited. We're gonna do 2 of these because there's only 1 output. So we're gonna do a requester chest like that. Actually, to minimize requesting, we'll do this. And this. And then that. And then that. And, do a bunch of requests here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's excessive. What am I doing? 480 boxes? What does each one of these need? Needs like 1 silica box per second. So that right there is enough for even this whole chunk. For 1 minute of production. So I'll just do 2 clicks. I think that's sufficient. So then there's the little sets of 4. And we need to connect the dioxide. I need to move this over 1 space because that's just going to be simpler. I really like putting it all on 1 belt, so we're going to do this. And that feels good. Let's go down just so bots are closer to everything. Okay, so that's a set of 4, so that makes 8, 12, 16. We'll start with that. See if that gets me the rate we're looking for, which is 3. Oh gosh, I must have not been paying attention to modules because that's 5.44, which is plenty. And then we've got more dioxide to vent. Fairly small amount, so we can just do these down and right, and this will come up, go to here, that's a T, there we go. Now alumina is a bit of an issue because it's so far away, but hopefully once that gets rolling we're good to go. And then this should provide me with the glass. Bingo. Then we need hard glass. Hard pass on hard glass. That's going to be a very similar build. So similar. I'm going to copy this and delete that real quick so the bots don't request stuff. And then I'll replace... Oh, Right. Large furnaces. Okay. So we will move this 1 square and 1 square down. Then we have that. There's no liquid. We still have this setup is the same. And then this, I can even just do that. And we need our requester chest. That right there is 0.66, so I need at least 3 groups of these. How much are these per second? Of the most used thing, which is silica box, it's 0.75, so we want it about, yeah, that's plenty. Just copy that. I'll do 3 sets. And there we go. Hard glass. I can always expand it when I need to, if I need to. Yeah, there we go. Now, did I screw? I did. Shoot. Oh man, we really screwed this up. It needs to be that and that. We'll just copy paste that. There we go. And then this one, same story. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay, glass and hard glass figured out. And then finally, the last step is add in some water to hard glass, and that melts it down somehow. And we get glass fibers. So then glass fibers will connect up like so. And then there's not enough room if I do it that way for a requester chest. Move this over by 1. And then there's plenty of room for a requester chest with inserters. Actually, there's not. Really? I guess if I utilize, let's see, if I utilize the space for 4 of them, then this one can be here. That one. I need 1 more. And then, so I guess this one actually should go up. And then this one. So then if I copy that, does it work? Well, let's put these on first. So that's a set of 4. Another set of 4. Another set of 4. That's 12. Let's do 1 more. Good measure is what they call that right there. Some more of that. Throw some more bots over here. Gotta get the bot coverage. And then, oh, I forgot the requests. Or how much does one of these little blocks of 4 use? Uses 0.3 per second. So 40 is more than enough. And do these use hard glass? Yeah, hard glass. And hard glass is pretty similar to glass, at least with these recipes. 4 boxes from 3 alumina, 5 silica. Oh. It uses a lot more alumina. Boric acid is not part of it. But this uses 2 lime, whereas this uses 3 lime. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely Similar process. Gosh, these are so slow for... Oh, my electricity's dead. I've gone and done it. What's happened? We are not getting any wind power right now, and it's destroyed us. Okay, well, power. More power needs to be on the list of things to do. I also really need to care about the output of this. So let's do that. And then... bring that over. Why do you take modules out? You make me so sad. And then we just need to provide water, and we'll get rid of steam. I mean, 144 per second is like nothing. That's like 1 megawatt. So I'll just use this. And then water, we should be able to grab from over here. So this actually needs to be up and right. So then I can bring that over. And down. There we go. Okay. So there's glass fiber. And now, after glass fiber, all you need is fiberglass. It's funny how that works. And we're not going to need 1,000,000 of these. I think 7 should be plenty. I don't even think this was factoring in speed. So that's, yeah, 4.4 boxes worth. So then we just need to unbarrel some epoxy. Epoxy unbarreling. So we need 30 barrels a minute. So I'll probably want 2 minutes worth. Maybe 90 just to make sure we don't run out there because it's pretty far. And then these each need about 0.2 per second, so that's 20 or 30. Given how close glass fiber is, I'm actually going to leave it at 10. I'll do, just make sure. I'll just double it up like that. And then we can just do one more and one more. Okay. That was a mistake. Just do this. Okay. So that's all good to go. Bring that down. Fiberglass. Sweet. Okay, my power's being met again thanks to wind turbines. But that definitely shows me I don't have enough power going. Okay, let's get rid of a couple of things we've accumulated. And drop another RoboPort. We are short on logistics bots, but I just started up all of this. So to be fair, that kind of makes sense. Sulfur dioxide is already completely full. So is boric acid. So is sulfuric acid. So what are we waiting on here? Oh, well, our sodium sulfate's full. Soda ash is actually short on hydrochloric. So we'll do a bit more here, 200 barrels. Yeah, we need 240 per second. This is able to handle that, but we're just not getting enough barrels per second. Because that's about 5 barrels per second, so we probably need like 300 barrels requested. But we're actually good on soda ash too, so that'll start backing up soon. And it looks like glass is backed up, which is awesome. So hard glass is a bit slower. That will back up. And glass fibers are starting to roll. Why is this one not running? Did I do something wrong here? Sure did. That one goes up. This one needs to go up too. That's this one, and this one, and this one. There we go. Okay. Alright, well, that feels like a pretty effective solution to all my glass, fiberglass, sodium sulfate, soda ash, boric acid, sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid problems. We just did a lot of stuff. Nice. So, I mean, what am I even missing in terms of, like, what buildings need to be built? Do I have everything? Can I just start doing a billion assemblers? Maybe not. I mean, there's still random stuff that I don't have. Like steel, all the steel stuff. All this. And all this. Boxed aluminum. We have a lot of aluminum ingots, but we need to do all the processing. There's still a lot to do. Like, we need to do this, but for aluminum and steel as well. Whew, there's a lot. Okay, well, aluminum and steel. Hey, we can check that off the list. Aluminum and steel are next on the list. Aluminum, steel processing. And then we need bricks and concrete. Bricks and concretes. We need... What else? Wish there was a list somewhere. I've done plastic, right? Did I even do plastic? Surely I did plastic. Like, what goes into batteries? I already have most of that, right? Am I doing sodium? Iron oxide? I do have solvent. Carbon fiber. Where am I making plastic? Definitely got hydroxide. Oh, I'm making plastic down here with rubber. Yeah, okay. Making plastic. What else goes into batteries? And we're making graphite as well. So iron oxide is something I might not be storing. I think I am, though. Did I do that? I just want to double check. Yeah, here we have a split off of iron oxide. Wait, no, that's not it. It looks like I'm not storing... I am storing crushed iron ore, but it looks like I need to be storing iron oxide here. So that'll be an effective solution, because I'll have plenty of it. I was looking at batteries. So sodium is the only other thing I have a question mark about. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing sodium boxes right now. So we'll need to focus on sodium. Sodium boxes use salt or sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is nice because we already have that. And it produces oxygen and water, which we can send back in. Salt is kind of annoying because then we get chlorine that we have to deal with. So that's 3 salt, 2 sodium. That would be 200 brine. that's basically 200 brine as well. So yeah, this is the far superior solution. So sodium is on the list. And then what else do we even need? I mean, we've got solvent, motors, you know, but those are like assembler things. So it's easy to just add a bunch of assemblers as I need more of those. So all of the assembler-based things I'm not really worried about. Aluminum carbide's already around. Plastic, steel, I'm just randomly looking at stuff. Iron, refractory bricks, that's on the list. I think we're close. I guess I should look at intermediates. We need all of these. I have BPA, I have those, I have plastic, I have rubber, I have oh, wait, I don't have textile. Because I didn't have the sodium sulfate, but I have that now. We've got all that. Sodium we've got on the list. Sodium sulfate, soda ash we're done with. Oh, eutectic salt. Put that on the list. I probably will need some canisters of stuff. Motors kind of count. They kind of don't, because I can just make those wherever. Bearings. Oh, ceramic powder. Also, do I need salt for anything? Or is salt kind of a misleading thing? Because I can already make sodium and sodium sulfate without salt, so it looks like it's only used in rocket fuel. Yeah. So we will need to make salt eventually for rocket fuel, but that's not now. Rubber, aluminum wire, so a couple of these, like optical cables and processors, I should probably make separately. Oh, monocrystalline silicon. In fact, I don't have either of those, poly and mono silicon. Monosilicon, ceramic powder, bearings are just ceramic powder and lubricant. I mean, I'll just make those in the same place. So let me add those to the list. Ceramic powder slash bearings. And then what else? Sensors. Feel like those are just assemblers. I guess sensor 2s require titanium tetrachloride. Oh, titanium. Blech. I need to deal with that too. Nitric acid. Processors. Am I making nitric acid yet? I am from the original base. So eventually I'll need to work on that. Should probably add it in. Nitric acid. Processors. Keep hitting the wrong button. That takes care of all the intermediates here. Metallurgy, once I do steel and aluminum stuff, that'll take care. And then mono polycrystalline. We need crucibles. Oh, insulation. Insulation goes with textile. Oh, and I need gypsum for that. Forgot about gypsum. Bleh. We are doing all the glass stuff. So then gypsum. Gypsum and insulation. Boron. Boron goes with ceramic powder. Okay. So ceramic powder. We put boron on the front of that. And then textile slash gypsum slash insulation can all go in one section. The gypsum matches with insulation. And textile goes into insulation, I believe. Yeah. So that all can go together. Oh yeah, and then we want crucibles. Just wherever my silica... Can I do boxed crucibles? I assume. Oh, there is no such thing as a boxed crucible. That's really interesting. Crucible only goes into a few buildings. So where's my silica? Do I have any memory of where silica is? Sure don't. It's not over there. Like it's, yeah, it's up here. Okay. So we'll make some crucibles up here, and I think I'll call it quits for this episode on the YouTube perspective, and I'll take a little break and keep streaming. After I make crucibles real quick. So crucibles are made in foundries. Can't imagine ever needing more than 8 crucible makers. Surely that is sufficient. Oh, right. I need to unbox it. So we need a little baby assembler. We have those here. Silica. Unboxing. And then these need a total of 8 per second, which that can handle. There we go. Okay. So then we've got crucibles for days. And we'll just put those in a box. They stack to 50, I assume. Yeah. That's probably enough. Maybe I should do 2 boxes just to be safe. That's still not even 1 crucible per second, which is pretty crazy. So, thankfully there's room to expand here if I need to. Okay, well I think I'm going to call it quits there for this episode, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all next time.